Hello, and welcome to Pre-1 practice. Last time we practiced telling a story. Today, let's focus on the first question. Follow along. Let's first review the format for the question. This is probably the easiest of the 4 questions you'll be asked during the interview. Question 1 is always based on the card. You will be asked to look at the specific character in one of the panels. You will need to answer the question considering that person's point of view. The question will always be in the same format. Let's look at some examples. Example 1. Please look at the 4th picture. If you were the woman, what would you be thinking? Example 2. Please look at the 2nd picture. If you were the woman wearing glasses, what would you be thinking? Example 3. Please look at the 4th picture. If you were the old woman wearing glasses, what would you be thinking? Notice how the first part of the question always tells you which panel to look at. This is important. If you look in the wrong place, you may get confused, and your answer will not be accurate. The next part of the question tells you which character to look at. Some panels only have one person, but some have many. Make sure you know which character to focus on. Finally, every question is identical. What would you be thinking? Let's review how to answer that question. Generally, we can answer the question, "What would you be thinking?" with "I would be thinking." You need to match the grammar of your answer with the question. Let's look at a sample. Please listen and identify which panel and character you need to focus on. Please look at the 4th picture. If you were the woman, what would you be thinking? Did you find them? Yep, there she is. Of course, your answer is based on the story you told. We've already covered this story in a different video, but if you need to, go take the time to review it first. Now let's see a sample answer. I'd be thinking we should have checked before moving in whether other high-rise condominiums were going to be built here. Even though it was smaller, our last apartment was much better. Some key points to notice. Your answer shouldn't be too long or too short. 2 long sentences are a good goal to aim for. To format your answer, start with I would or I'd be thinking. And then imagine you are that person. Take the role of the character and speak as if you were them, as if you were acting. It is told from the first person point of view, which means that all pronouns should reflect that. Here, the words are I, we, and our, not she, her, and their. Here's another sample answer for the same picture. I'd be thinking the government shouldn't allow companies to build buildings so close together that they block other buildings' light. The value of our condominium must have dropped dramatically. Can you find the first-person pronouns? Good. Same as before, they're I and our. Remember, as in our previous videos, if there are words you don't know, pause the video and write them down and look them up. Keep building your vocabulary. Let's look at some more examples. Okay, here's the next picture. Remember this one? First, listen carefully to the question. Which character in which panel do you need to focus on? Ready? Please look at the 2nd picture. If you were the woman wearing glasses, what would you be thinking? Did you find them? Here she is. So, what would you be thinking? Please take a few seconds to consider the situation and think of your answer. Ready? Let's check a sample answer. I'd be thinking I should volunteer too. It's important that ordinary people try to do something about the environment instead of just complaining about things. How did your answer compare? Did you start with, I'd be thinking? Did you have two sentences? Did you use the first person point of view? Take a moment to find the first person pronouns in the example sentence. There they are. Here's one more example. I'd be thinking that the local government should be responsible for cleaning the mess up. Busy people like me don't have time to take part in such campaigns. There are two sentences, and it's in the first person. Okay, one last try. Remember this one? First, listen carefully to the question. Please look at the fourth picture. If you were the old woman wearing glasses, what would you be thinking? Did you find the character? Here she is. So, what would you be thinking? Please take a few seconds to consider the situation and think of your answer. Ready? Let's check a sample answer. I'd be thinking it's a good idea to have these school children visit us. It's fun to hear about the children's lives and to tell them about how things were in the past. Please take a moment to review this answer. Finally, here's a last example. I'd be feeling pleased to see the children because they have a lot of energy. Spending time with children makes me feel young again. Do you notice anything different about this example? That's right. It doesn't start with, I'd be thinking. It starts with, I'd be feeling. Although the question is phrased that way, you can also answer with emotions and feelings. I'd be feeling pleased, and spending time with the children makes me feel. So that's the end of our practice for question 1. You can continue to practice by considering people around you in daily life. Think about the situation and their thoughts and feelings, and try to put yourself in their shoes. What would you be thinking? Try it out. Good luck!